Hey, howdy, and hello everyone. Hello here, back in my dorm. This time I do not actually have a migraine caused by not drinking water. I accidentally just tossed my camera out of focus. But yes, I've been drinking water. And today we're going to be talking about what's happening in the waters of the Potomac River. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about what is going to happen in Washington, D.C. in the coming days. So, before we get into this, just a friendly reminder, join the Discord server down below. I will be going live this week because I've ran out of segments. And also, join the Discord so that you can give me viewer suggestions. Because, again, I don't have any segments to cover, and I don't know what I am going to be covering on these upcoming live streams, so you can give me segments to cover, and you can also know whenever I go live down below. Well, with that being said, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and those not within, we will be having more rounds of deciding who's going to be Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be hilarious, okay? So to those of you who don't know, I wasn't able to cover it, but Kevin McCarthy, who was former Speaker of the House, historically got booted out of his position. This is the first time this has ever happened in United States history. He got voted out because he refused to let the government go into shutdown, and Matt Gaetz and 8 other Republicans decided to enact I believe it is a motion to vacate the Speaker, basically a vote of no confidence. For those of you who live in parliamentary systems, basically enacted a vote of no confidence, and it was 8 Republicans and the entirety of the Democratic Party that basically booted him out. So tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this, the Speaker vote will be returning. So it's looking like Jim Jordan and Steve had a moment there. And Steve Scalise are going to be running to replace Kevin McCarthy. And it also looks like Kevin McCarthy might be floating the idea of him coming back because a lot of people in the Republican Party actually quite enjoy Kevin McCarthy. It was just 8 people who didn't like him to the point where they got him booted from the speakership. So what can we expect here? One, Democrats, more than likely, just as they booted him out, that he couldn't have been booted out without him, they are not going to let Kevin McCarthy in. Democrats, scratching my nose. Democrats are not going to vote for the opposition party. They've made themselves quite clear in that they're not going to vote for Republicans in this race. Okay? That's not happening. Alongside that, we also have a situation where last time when it did come down to the vote for Kevin McCarthy, this vote went on for 15 rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this vote might be longer too. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. Or today, whenever you're watching this, because this is going out the day of. So turn on your C-SPAN. It's free on YouTube, and get ready to watch some rockets fly. Today, as of time where I am recording this, we also have a situation where Republicans are scrambling to meet behind the scenes to figure out who exactly they are going to be voting in as House Speaker, which, hey, look, when it gets down to it, I make no reservations about my political positions. This is a political YouTube channel. Seeing the Republican Party eat itself is hilarious to me. I love seeing it, and I love seeing these idiots, these fascistic idiots, tear themselves apart because they don't know what's good for them. Okay? They can't even coalesce around a leader like McCarthy, and Democrats aren't going to help them because McCarthy was barely helping them in office when he was the Speaker. So what are Democrats going to do? Team up with them? That's not going to happen. When it ultimately gets down to it, what we're going to see here are multiple rounds of voting, and maybe we are going to get some weird maverick candidate out of nowhere. Maybe Matt Gaetz is going to try once again to nominate Donald Trump as House Speaker, and we'll have to see how that goes, especially considering the fact that technically, according to House GOP rules, someone convicted of a felony can't be House Speaker. And, I don't even think it's convicted. I think it's someone charged of a felony. And currently that guy has about, I believe it's 91 felony counts, if I'm remembering correctly. So, I don't know about the Trumpster entering that office, but regardless, what's going on is hilarious. We love to see Republican infighting. And what else we love to see is all of just the fallout. Yeah? Because what we all know, is that fascism and infighting go hand in hand. Fascist parties always eat themselves because ultimately they will always have to consolidate power into smaller and smaller groups. Fascism does not succeed by being wide, it succeeds by having power collected in the hands of the people. And when you are operating on such small margins that people like Matt Gaetz can take down your speakership, there's not much you can really do. Okay? The fact of the matter is the Republican Party is eating itself. We're seeing this on a national level with them trying desperately to claw away the base from Trump, and it's not working. So we see that happening, and we also see this in Congress. Really, it seems like the only parts of the Republican Party that are somewhat unified are the state governments. That's one of them. And also the Senate somewhat, and that's barely bad. Because when it comes down to it, we see the Senate Republicans not even really agreeing that much with the House Republicans. Because the House Republicans don't even have a leader right now. They're tearing themselves apart. And when it gets down to it, this tearing themselves apart, this destruction of themselves in the pursuit of whatever it is they're pursuing, killing the country, killing the budget in order to secure some concessions, it's not going to work. Okay? Fascism is a self-eating ideology, and the Republican Party is a party that flirted a little too closely with fascism and didn't succeed when they had the chance to on January 6th with their attempted coup. Yeah? What we're seeing here is hopefully the death throes of a party. We're seeing this party slowly just wither out and die. It is twitching in the grave, okay? This is a party who can't even agree on the baseline things such as who should lead them in the House of Representatives. They can't even do that with such tiny margins, okay? They're constantly losing elections. They're losing special elections. Special elections in a non-election year in states that are swing states, okay? Like, when it gets down to it, yeah, you should vote. You should always vote. Don't let this tell you not to vote. Don't think that you're secure. You should still vote to get the outcomes that you want. But it's looking pretty handily like Biden is going to swing his way back into office next year, just with the way that the American populace is seeming to interact with the Republican Party, which has largely been rejecting them in elections, whether it be the judicial elections in Wisconsin, whether it be the recent vote in Ohio, I believe it was, to secure abortion rights, if I'm remembering correctly. Even with the fact that it looks like a Democrat is going to win the governorship in Kentucky. When it gets down to it, the Republican Party are killing themselves. And we should be absolutely happy about that. I'm happy about it. And you know what else would make me really happy? If you hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know whenever I'm going live, which should be soon. Join the Discord down below, like I said at the beginning of this video. You can follow me on Twitter, links down below. You can also email me if you have any inquiries. That is down below as well. My email is down below as well. apillowofficial@gmail.com. I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Gotta hit the stop recording button.